is Arantza, and for the summer reading assignment, I chose to read The Bonesetter's Daughter by Amy Tan, published on February 19th, 2001. The fostering elements I have chosen to discuss and apply to The Bonesetter's Daughter today are quests, irony, and symbolism. When Luling traveled from China to the United States, she not only underwent a physical quest, but a mental quest as well. Luling was on the hunt for a better future and a way to get rid of her tragic past. She hoped that by moving to the United States, she could cleanse herself of her past life and move on from precious auntie and Pankai Jing's death. Her voyage symbolizes her growth from a dependent, scared little girl to an independent woman who doesn't rely on anyone but herself. She also learns to assimilate to the customs of a new country while honoring her old Chinese customs. Another example of a quest in The Bonesetter's Daughter is Luling's continuous search for her long-lost mother, precious auntie. Luling was so determined to find her and appease her that she would do anything, from visiting the end of the world to moving to San Francisco. In the end, Luling fails and triumphs in her quest because, 1, she always feels indebted toward Luling for caring for her and not taking her so seriously as a child, and 2, she gets closure and finds out that her mother was buried at the end of the world by a merchant, where her mother was most likely crushed by rocks. Irony is an important part of The Bonesetter's Daughter as well. It relates to when Ruth decided to host an intimate gathering with her family and her close friends to celebrate the sacred full moon festival. She wanted to have the people she loved by her side and tell them why she appreciated them so much. But the event took a turn when Art, Ruth's boyfriend, invited his ex-wife and his parents to the dinner. Ruth was uncomfortable and intimidated, even though this was a gathering to celebrate the special people in her life. Obviously, it was ironic because she was supposed to feel secure and loved by the people around her, but she ended up questioning her family's love for her and her relationship with Art, his daughters, and his parents. Irony is also shown through Ruth's job as a ghostwriter. She knew how to format other people's spoken words and ideas into text, but when it came to her own life, she was always lost and unsure of what to say. Ruth wasn't sure of her actions and would go to her friend Wendy for advice, whereas when it came to ghostwriting, people came to Ruth for advice. Ruth could write best-selling novels, but she couldn't manage to make her own life a bestseller. Throughout the book, Ruth is shown counting on her fingers to recall things on her to-do list. She uses them to keep track of her life, and if she forgets something, she can easily refer back to one of her fingers. In my opinion, they act as a substitute for her brain, and without the aid of her fingers, Ruth's life would be in even more shambles. Her fingers are also a symbol of her relationship with her mom. Luling taught Ruth to count on her fingers and to use them as an aid for remembering. So by using her fingers, Ruth finds an unintentional way of connecting with her mom, even though they may not get along. At the beginning of the story, it is mentioned that Ruth's nickname is Doggy. Most dogs are obedient and have an immense love for their owners. Ruth lives up to her nickname because she acts like a sheep, she cowers and allows Art's ex-wife to come to the full moon dinner, and she allows Art's children to step over her and act like brats. She has no control over her life and is conditioned by the acts of others. Ruth can also be related back to her nickname because when it is discovered that Luling has dementia, Ruth drops everything in her life and runs back to her mom and cares for her even though Luling always treated her badly. In closing, quests, irony, and symbols are a great makeup of The Bonesetter's Daughter. They help tell the story of a mother and her journey to America and the struggle that her daughter now endures.